Greetings from the farm for this week's CSA share. We're inside because it's raining like crazy outside. This is probably the best rain that we have had since maybe even last year. We're hoping the pond will fill up. I'm looking out the window at the pond. Hopefully it will add some water here today. In this week's share, we have some pretty awesome stuff, I think. So we're going to have more new potatoes. For the shares going out on Wednesday, we have to dig them Wednesday morning because it got too wet today. So if we don't get them as clean as we did last week, you'll understand why. We have some kohlrabi, and kohlrabi is kind of this bulbous vegetable with a little root end here. So it'll be kind of hard when you peel it right around the root, but the rest of it you peel kind of like you would an apple or a potato. And you can slice it thinly or into stick form and eat it. I like to eat it with salt. Some people like to eat it with dressing. You can also treat it like any other cooked cole crop, like in the broccoli family. You can steam it, you can put it in stir fry, but most people do tend to eat it raw. We have some more summer squash, either zucchini or the round patty pans. We'll have those kind of coming in and out of the share for the next couple of weeks. Some broccoli. This is the second planting of broccoli, and it didn't go through that terrible heat, so you notice that the florets are formed a little bit more nicely. Probably about a pound of broccoli. We're pulling some of our white onions, and our onions are sizing up a lot better this year. We got them weeded really well, and the rains right now are helping them to size up, so you'll actually get some hamburger slicing onions over the next couple of weeks, which is kind of cool, or sandwich slicing onions if you don't eat hamburger. We have some eggplant, either the slender oriental variety or the round globe again. We're having a really nice early eggplant year. Hopefully it continues. I have been eating it just on the grill. I've cut it into slabs and then coat it in sesame oil and grill it just like I would any other vegetable. I just flip it with the tongs, and it comes out tasting very, very nicely, and that goes well in a sandwich as well. We have the first of the cucumbers, probably the first of the cucumbers for the share, I guess. We've been harvesting a few of them for about a week now. The cucumbers, we're probably going to have about 3 in the share and hopefully have those here for a couple of weeks at least. Last year we struggled with the cucumber beetles eating all of the skins off. So if you do see, we specifically grabbed this to show this is kind of a bad example. That is what the cucumber beetles do to cucumbers. They eat the rind right off the fruit itself. And last year we had cucumbers and they ate the rinds off of everything, so we didn't have cucumbers in the share. So we feel fortunate to have them this year. More sun gold cherry tomatoes. If you aren't keeping up on sun golds, they do freeze very nicely just by putting them in a freezer bag and putting them right in the freezer. You don't have to do anything to them. And they can then be used in sauces and things like that throughout the winter. You also can dry them, although I prefer to freeze them and use them in sauce. We have lacinato kale, so it's the second kale of the share this year. Lacinato is an open pollinated heirloom kale that dates back, I think, to the 16 or 1700s in Italy. Has a nice vibrant color. I really like making an acidic dressing using sesame and miso, or tahini and miso paste, and then I kind of rub the leaves, and I really like to eat that. Melissa, not so much, maybe. She's laughing behind the camera. It also cooks really well, steams really well. You can make kale chips with it. It's just as versatile as the other kales. And then this is a new vegetable for us. We're kind of excited about this. We've never grown it before. This is a variety of cabbage called Caraflex. And notice the pointy end, and that's actually pretty stiff all the way to the top. This is known for making very good sauerkraut, and you can make sauerkraut with nothing more than the cabbage, some salt, and your fist. So you just have to shred the cabbage, salt it liberally, and then you just keep kind of pounding on the cabbage after it's been shredded with the salt until the juice comes up over the top of the cabbage in like a plastic ice cream bucket or a crock of some kind. Don't do this in a metal container. And then you have to put a weight on top to keep the cabbage leaves submerged. Usually a piece of wood that's clean with a rock or a brick on top will work, and you let it sit somewhere in like the 60 to 70 degree range, and you skim the you take the scuzz off the top every now and again. Melissa's rolling her eyes at me again. I love sauerkraut. Or you can cook it just like any other cabbage, or eat it raw like any other cabbage. And with that, until next time, have a great week.
What else do we have coming up on the farm, Andy?
What else do we have coming up on the farm? More of the summer vegetables, so we'll have more carrots, we'll have more potatoes, we'll have broccoli for at least another week or two, more beets, more tomatoes, especially outdoor larger Romas and Reds. The Reds are starting this week, and so we'll probably start putting those in boxes as early as this weekend or next week. What else do we have? A lot more onions, things like that.
Green beans.
Oh, and green beans. Likely next week we'll have green beans. So they had some little fruit on them. So, and there's an outside possibility that we'll put blackberries in shares too this year. So, till next time, have a great week.
Smile, kids. Where's Leo? There she is. Kids. Watching Leo. Happy eating, everybody.